need self-trust to validate yourself, and breaking your own promises is one of the fastest ways to start losing it.
You're not gonna like what I have to say. I can tell how much you love yourself and how much self-respect you have by how well you keep your promises to yourself. So for example, if you say you're gonna go to the gym, you're gonna drink more water, you're gonna do this, you're gonna set a boundary and maintain it, and you don't follow through with that, you're showing yourself that you cannot be trusted. What that does is you start to feel disconnected from who you are. If you are not able to trust yourself, your self-respect starts to go down and down and down, and all of a sudden you have self-doubt. All of a sudden you're anxious. All of a sudden you're questioning your decisions. Did I make the right choice? You're overthinking. So if you want to start building your self-respect, start small. You can make goals that are achievable to you. If you say you're going to go to the gym for 15 minutes, and then build to 30 minutes, and then 60 minutes, a few times a week to 4 times a week. Your relationship with yourself is the most important relationship you're ever going to have. And so it is worth it, and it is worthwhile to trust yourself. Those people who trust themselves more have higher levels of self-confidence. They're not anxious. They don't overthink. They move in the world with such confidence because they know that they can count on themselves. They're reliable, and no matter what happens, they're good.
Something I'm realizing, and I'm not ashamed to admit, is that I need follow through. Meaning, if you say you're going to do something, you need to do it. If a person say they're going to call, they're going to make plans, they're going to do anything, and their actions do not meet their effort, we don't have a problem. We have a disconnection. I am not about to sit around and waste time with anyone that cannot provide follow through, because I honestly believe that people do know what they be doing. They just hope and pray that you don't know that they know what they be doing, because a lot of people do not hold people accountable. And if you allow people to keep disappointing you over and over and over again, and you are the person that does like to hold people accountable, keep allowing people to play in your face, they will keep doing so. If a person say they're going to plan something and they don't plan it without properly communicating that the plans did not get successfully put together, we don't have a problem. We have a disconnection. I don't need you to only show up after you realize how your actions have impacted me or hurt me. Like, you should already know that I feel the impact of your disappointment, of your letdown. Although I'm not the person that's going to address every single thing, I am going to speak on most things, and I am going to hold you accountable. And I do expect you to at least have some sense of emotional fluency to be able to be held accountable for what your actions just caused. And I think most people assume that because other people don't hold them accountable, that everybody they come in contact with is not going to hold them accountable. And one thing about myself, whether you're my friend or you're someone I'm interested in, or you're someone that I just met, it does not matter. I hold you accountable.
Hey bitch, I went to the gym and I only spent 15 minutes at the gym and I only walked on the treadmill. And you might think, damn, that shit wasn't even worth it. And you know what? My brain also tried to tell me the same thing. But you know what I'm doing that's super, super important is I'm building the muscle of self-trust by keeping the promises that I'm making to myself. Anytime that you say that you are going to do things and then you don't do them, what you're doing is you're just like breaking down the self-trust that you have in yourself. So then when you have all these ideas or you have the next thing that you want to do, your brain is going to be like, yeah, bitch, but the last time you said that you were going to do that, you did it for 2 days and then you didn't do it. And you are breaking down your own belief in yourself. So I showed up at the gym because I'm training myself. I'm training my brain after 2 hard years of being depressed, of struggling mentally. I'm trying to retrain myself that it's okay to trust me. It's okay to go after the shit that I want. And you know what? I'm building that muscle of self-confidence and self-trust. And that's why the fuck I showed up. That's why I went to the gym. I spent 15 minutes. And did I build muscles? No, I didn't. I didn't build any actual muscles. But I built the muscle of trusting myself. And that is so fucking important if you want to create shit in your life, anything in your life, and be successful. So sometimes it doesn't matter how you show up. Sometimes it doesn't matter what that looks like as long as you do it. If you say you're gonna post on TikTok like every day and all you have in you is to find an old video and do like a B-roll post and a 7-second sound or some shit like that, but you showed up, that's good enough. It might not be the best video, it might not be your best work, it might not be the thing that you really like want to do, but you're training yourself, and that shit is so fucking important.
Can we be honest for a minute? You don't lack confidence, you lack proof. What do I mean by that? Confidence comes from you having self-trust to begin with. Now, I know people might not agree with me, but hold on. If you stick to your word, if you said, I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. and actually wake up at 5 a.m. consecutively, if you said you're going to go to the gym and you actually go to the gym consecutively, consistently, if you said that you were going to stop talking to that friend or that guy and you actually stick to it, then what happens is those small decisions make you trust you more. The more you're able to trust yourself to stick to the decisions that you know are for your good, confidence then strives from there, because then you're able to walk boldly, you're able to walk confidently, you're able to walk sure. So actually, contrary to popular belief, confidence begins with discipline.
Even if you present as someone confident, your patterns and your reactions will always tell on you. So before you go rebranding your entire life, try working on your self-trust, your self-esteem. Get to know yourself. Stop dismissing your own feelings and learn how to genuinely take care of yourself. That is how you build up your self-concept, and that is where change begins.
You need to follow through with what you said you're going to do. That's how you build confidence. Not just talking about it, by taking the damn action and doing what you said you're gonna do. That's how you build self-respect, self-trust. It trickles in everything in your life, all areas into your life. You have to just put your ego aside and just do the damn thing. You're gonna suck at it at first. All right, everyone sucks at first. You have to push through past the discomfort in order to grow and become better at that thing. But you're not going to become better at that thing by just talking about it and thinking about it. You got to do the damn thing. You can do it. Bye.
If you want to boost your confidence, and I mean like a proven, tested tip to boost your confidence, keep promises to yourself and do hard things. Giving yourself the evidence that you are that girl by keeping promises to yourself, by doing the things that you say you will do, there is no better feeling in the world. I'm on night 4 of 4, meaning 12. I'm on night 4 of 4, meaning 4 12-hour shifts back to back to back to back. I had my first week of back to school, first week of clinicals, a bunch of deadlines, and at the beginning of the week I was like, I don't know if I can do this, I don't know if I'm gonna have to call off. Mind you, I can't really call off. I just was doubting myself. I am so tired going into night 4, but one thing I can surely tell you is I'm going in confident. I'm going in knowing that I did that. I like doing makeup on my tired nights because it just kind of gives you that little I do hard things. Like, that's me. I'm a girl who does hard things. Why? Because I have the evidence, the proof right there in the way I behaved this week. And that's the thing about continuing to maintain promises to yourself. You don't want the proof to be, well, in 2014, I did a hard thing. No, you want the proof to be current. You want to keep reinforcing that to yourself. I can't talk enough about this. This is just so slept on. It's definitely not like a full coverage concealer for a full glam beat. But it is so perfect. Like, it feels like lotion going on. It doesn't crease. You just look so much more awake. You do not look at all like what you're going through. And then last step, which is my favorite step, a little Road Beauty. That placement is just so cute to me. Is anybody else's lips like just so dry? I smiled the other night and my lip like just cracked and started bleeding. I was looking at myself like, huh? My mom got me this spray from Bath and Body Works called Mediterranean Mirage. It smells so good and it's long lasting. And I know some of the grown girlies are like, Bath and Body Works, we're grown, we're wearing perfume now. Good for you. I'm still at Bath and Body Works. My mom wears it and I went home to visit and I was like, Mama, what do you have on? And she's like, I thought she had like perfume on. I said, Mama, next time you go, get me it. So yeah, Bath and Body Works, Mediterranean Mirage. On that note, I'm gonna go do my shift 4 to 4 and I'm so proud of myself. Let me know, what promise did you keep to yourself this week? And it's okay if you didn't, because next week you're going to keep a promise to yourself. And as you do it, you're just going to watch your confidence grow. It is wonderful hearing compliments. It is wonderful having others think highly of you. But the best thing is to think highly of yourself.
And I don't know who needs to hear this, but don't forget that you made a promise to yourself. Make sure you follow through on that promise to yourself, because if it was a promise to somebody else, you would follow through. Don't fold on yourself when you follow through for everybody else. You need to come through for you at all times this year, 2026. We're not making promises to ourselves and say, oh, I'll do it next week, next month, I got time. Because if somebody said, hey, I need you to show up for me on this day at this time, do you promise you'll be there for me? You would make sure that you follow up to make sure that you don't fold on them. So don't fold on yourself when you wouldn't fold on nobody else, okay? This is not the year where we're putting ourselves on the back burner. This is not the year where we saying, oh, I'll do all this other stuff first and then I'll do what's for me. No, put you at the top of that list. When you make that list, you at the top. But like I was saying, when you make that list, you at the top. And don't let a motherfucker try to guilt trip you or gaslight you when you say, no, I can't show up for you because I need to show up for me. Oh, but I thought you was going, I will show up for you after I'm done showing up for me.
Sometimes the reason you cannot stay disciplined is because you don't trust yourself. You constantly make promises to yourself and you constantly break those promises. So subconsciously what you're teaching yourself is that your words do not equal action. That you can say you're going to do something, but you don't have to actually do it. When you have new healthy goals that you're trying to achieve, you will tell yourself, hey, I'm going to make the change within myself. And mentally you've made the change. But subconsciously, you know that you don't have to listen to yourself. You can make a promise to yourself and break that promise, and it won't mean a lot to you. Or it might mean a lot to you, but it doesn't adjust your behavior. So that is what I mean by you do not trust yourself, because you say things to yourself, but you don't follow through with those things. So you're basically just wiring your brain to know that, hey, even if I say I'm going to do this, I don't have to do it. And so that's why consistency, commitment, and discipline can be very hard for you.
Let's talk about what actually built my confidence after being very insecure. Keeping promises to yourself. If you say you're going to do something, then make sure you follow through on it. This way you know you can rely on yourself. Like if you say, I'm gonna eat clean 2 days this week, and then you do it, you're gonna be like, yeah, I did that. This is why it's also important that the promises you make to yourself are ones that you can actually keep. start to build up an immunity of other people's thoughts about you. And you can do this by doing uncomfortable things intentionally. Like, for example, with content creation, I would bring a tripod out and start taking photos of myself, like in areas that other people were, wearing really nice, fancy outfits to really casual settings. Things like that, when you do them enough, you start to just become immune to what other people are thinking about it. Anything you do is only as embarrassing as you define it to be. You've got to learn to laugh at yourself, and not in a self-deprecation way, but in an empowering way, like I am human. Obviously, taking care of yourself internally shows up externally. So prioritizing your peace and all the different ways of making sure you feel good on the inside so you show up your best on the outside. Keep practicing the physicality of a confident person. You know the usual stuff. Head up, chest back, you're walking into room, eye line up. You know the usual stuff. It will probably feel funny at first, and then eventually it will just be your norm, and it will make you feel more confident in turn. You have got to keep practicing setting strong boundaries, especially my people pleasers, because you value yourself. Not tolerating disrespect from people, and not valuing the opinions of people that don't value you. Find the style that really makes you feel confident in your skin, even if it is uncommon from what most people are doing. So for me, going red with my hair was a big confidence boost for me. And then also changing my style to really focusing in on more elegant, more dressy, but modest clothing really makes me feel the most comfortable and confident in my skin. Whatever that is for you, and really hone into it, tap into it, and don't be afraid if it's not what you're usually seeing out and about. Work on the things in yourself that you deem valuable in other people, and that way you start to see yourself as a valuable person. So think about the people that you look up to. What is it that you think is so valuable about them? Is it the fact that they're so kind and caring, or that they're hardworking? And then continue to grow and evolve in those traits in yourself, and then you start to see yourself as that valuable person. My final note is, I know I talk a lot about loving yourself on here, but it's important to note that loving yourself is not just accepting yourself as you are right here and being okay with that. Loving yourself is also being willing to do the uncomfortable things to become the best version of yourself, and being kind to yourself in the process of evolving into your potential. Loving yourself through that. Loving yourself enough to become your best potential so you feel good about yourself. I really hope this was helpful, and let me know if you want a part 2.
Let this Sunday be the last Sunday you tell yourself you're going to start tomorrow. Let this promise be the first promise you actually keep to yourself. The reason you lack confidence is because you lie to yourself. You tell yourself you're going to do something and you don't do it. You tell yourself you're not going to do something and you do it. The same way with your friends and family, coworkers, your word is everything. Your word is also everything to yourself. The difference is you can't lie to yourself. Your brain remembers every single time you break a promise to yourself. It remembers every single time you lie to yourself. What do you think that does to you subconsciously? It destroys self-trust. That's why you feel like you can't trust your gut. That's why you feel like you lack intuition. Start practicing this. Let this Sunday be different. Let this Sunday be the last Sunday you break a promise to yourself, and let this Sunday be the first Sunday you start rebuilding yourself.
If you are burnt out, in a transition, or ADHD like me, you should not make big promises to yourself. I know that you sincerely believe that you will wake up at 5 a.m. every day, launch an app in 6 months, spend 2 hours a day reading instead of scrolling on your phone, or that you will quit sugar for good. I know that you sincerely believe that. But how many times have you said you were going to do that and had to start over on these commitments? How many times have you powered towards those goals for a week only to stop and start over? Then only to leaving yourself feeling like a failure? You didn't even consider that your energy levels have changed because of hormone fluctuations. Your executive functioning has decreased because of stress. And you're already at 90% mental capacity just juggling everyday tasks. And you keep trying to power towards these lofty commitments instead of addressing your limited capacity first. What happens when someone overpromises and underdelivers on something to you? You start to lose trust. You question their credibility. You don't probably give them a second chance, and you kind of lack grace for that person, right? That's what you make yourself feel like repeatedly when you make these big commitments that you will inevitably struggle to keep. Instead, do this. Number one, consider your capacity. What season are you in right now? What are your physical, mental, and emotional limitations? This includes diagnoses like ADHD. Because a lot of people don't know ADHD can actually worsen when a life event triggers it, like job loss, losing a loved one. Those things make the symptoms worse. Number two, define clear priorities. This is baseline what you need to do and what you can do. Equally important is that priority is going to help you determine what you cannot do. So you're never confused and you're never adding more things to your to-do list or to your plate than you can actually handle. And number three, make a small, low stakes and low risk commitment that you can realistically keep every single day. It should be so inconsequentially small that no matter what your baseline capacity is that day, you can always keep that promise to yourself. This is going to help you reduce that shame that you feel at the end of every day, rebuild trust with yourself, and start moving in the direction that you want to go.
Y'all, they wasn't lying when they said your confidence go up every time you do what you say you gonna do. I've been doing what the fuck I said I was gonna do, y'all, and I ain't gonna lie, your girl been feeling like, man, I don't even know how to describe how I've been feeling like. Life been so good, I've been trying to refrain from like sharing it with the world and telling people how good it's been, but you can see it. I look the fuck good, I feel the fuck good. I like, do what you said you was gonna do. I promise you, your confidence gonna go up, your energy gonna go up, your happiness gonna go up, your peace gonna go up, because you know you have the capability of being more. You know your potential. You know your dreams, your ideas. You know everything that you've been sitting on, procrastinating about. Stop. Just stop procrastinating and just start doing. Stop overthinking it. Just do it. And watch how good you feel. When you do what the fuck you said you was gonna do, when you do it, how you do it, whatever.
It's the only thing you can control. Here's the thing people don't like to talk about. At the end of the day, the only thing that you actually have is yourself. It's the only thing you're guaranteed to have for your whole life. You can't control other people. You can't control outcomes. You can't control timing. But you can control whether you keep your word to you. Self-love isn't about hyping yourself up or having high motivation days. It's about making reasonable promises to yourself and keeping them. If you say you're gonna rest, actually rest. If you say you're gonna leave, actually leave. If you say you're gonna do something, actually do it, no matter how small. Like, imagine a person who's constantly like, yeah, I'll call you, I'll be there, I got you, and they never follow through. Over time, you stop trusting them. You stop going to them. You stop feeling safe relying to them. Now think of the opposite. Someone who, when they say something, you know they're gonna do it. Even if it's not perfect, even if it's small, that's who you trust. That's who you feel safe with. That's who you like being around. And that's the relationship that you're building with yourself every single day. Every time you say you're gonna do something and you follow through, even in a small way, your nervous system learns, okay, I'm safe with myself. I'm taken care of. And in the more difficult times in your life, you're gonna feel so much more confident in yourself and doing the right thing because you trust yourself. You know that you're gonna do whatever is best for you in that moment. And you know that because you've proven that to yourself time and time again through the relationship that you're developing with yourself. And that's discipline, not punishment, not being hard on yourself, just proof that you can trust you.
Here's what you'll notice about people who think highly of themselves. They have confidence, they have high self-esteem, high self-worth. When you look under that hood, they all have some level of these characteristics. They trust themselves. They have some level of emotional maturity. They have boundaries and standards. They have discipline, and they know how to practice detachment. And that's because your self-trust gives you foundation. Your emotional maturity and the ability to regulate your emotions make you feel stable. Your boundaries, your standards, they give you structure for what comes in and out, and your discipline and your detachment make you feel free. And it's not like I knew consciously that that's what I was working on when I was on my growth journey, but in hindsight, when I look back and what has actually shifted, it is those things. Start doing things that strengthen those parts of you and start working on getting rid of things that are hindering those parts of you. Being intentional with your mind, your habits, your routine, your experiences, that's when things will start to shift. Being mindful of your environment, what you feed your mind, taking people off the pedestal, how you take care of yourself, keeping promises to yourself, how you spend your time. And it doesn't mean your life will be perfect or you won't go through ups and downs, but you feel in control of your life. You feel like you're actually in the driver's seat of your own life. Hope that helps.
Please get up. Please get up. you know it's not going to fall in your lap, right? You know it's not just going to come to you, right? You know you got to get the fuck up, right? I don't know. I just feel like you have the vision, but the problem is the follow through. You have the vision, but the problem is your follow through. When are you going to actualize these thoughts and plans you've been talking about? You want better for yourself, right? You want more for you, right? You want to see yourself in a different space, right? So what is laying in the bed all day going to do for you? What is gossiping all day going to do for you? What the fuck is complaining all day going to do for you? I'm in this space now where it's like, I literally cannot like hear complaining anymore. Even myself, like, I be feeling type of way some days. I feel away and I get irritated. I get pissed off. But then again, it's like, at some point, you gotta hit them with one of these and just go for it. I used to always be so fucking afraid of being cringe. But really, who cares? Because everybody's doing the same shit. Everybody's doing the same thing. Once you see somebody else doing something, it's like, oh, I want to do it. And then you end up doing the same shit because of you got inspired, right? Somebody going to see you doing it. And then they're going to do the same shit. So what's the difference? What the hell are you so concerned about? Why are you waiting for somebody else to do something for you to start? Why are you worried about somebody doing the same shit just for you to start? I mean, seriously. That's decisions. We need to make one. I mean, really decide for yourself. What's gonna make you more pissed off? 2 years from now, you're gonna still be in the same space, still pissed off about the same shit. Or you made haste. You went after it. I don't know what your plans are. I don't know what the fuck you about to do. I don't know what it is you want for yourself. But I'm telling you, it's not just gonna come to you. Please get up. Please get up. Wake the fuck up, ma'am, sir, brother, sister, ma'am, sir. Get up. And if you ain't gonna get up, shut up. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Bye.
The promises that you make to yourself are just as important as you make with other people. When you say that you're going to do something for somebody, then you do it because you know that they can hold you accountable and that you may feel bad. But when you do it to yourself, when you say that you're going to do something and you never do it, that is the same thing. You are breaking the trust and love that you have within yourself, and you know every time that you say something, you know deep down that you're not going to do it. But you say it because it makes you feel better. But when you need to build this trust within yourself to even do small things. If you say that you're going to get up earlier that day, get up earlier, even if it's hard, because you showed yourself that you can't show up. You can't do the things that you say you're going to do when you don't do them. When you say that, okay, well, I'm going to wake up tomorrow at 6 a.m. and you wake up at 10 a.m., that's just, you're undermining that little bit of love that you have within yourself and you don't even realize it. So keep showing up and doing the things that you say that you will do.